Hello everyone, welcome to Negocios Lead D Elite. Today, we take a deep dive into Steve Wozniak's life. Born in San Jose, California, in 1950 Wozniak displayed a remarkable interest in electronics and computer from an early age. This passion propelled him through his education, leading to his crucial insights that would later ignite the personal computer revolution. His early motivation was deeply rooted in belief that technology could be accessible to everyone, a vision that can change the world. Breathing life into circuits and deciphering the intricate wiring of electronics seemed like second nature to Woz. Even before he could fully comprehend the implications of his fascination, he was already on the formation journey of his first computer. At just 20, the prodigal Woz was born without having much of an academic excellency. His indigenous mind was already reshaping the contours of technology. His defining chapter had just begun to emerge as his synergy aligned with none other than Steve Jobs, a friend with an equally unconventional yet compelling vision. Together, in the hills of California where many were deemed to be free-spirited, and conventional norms and systems of working were scoffed at, they created a marvel that was to unfurl their ultimate solidity, the Apple I computer. This marked not just as the genesis of their collective vision and spirit but the start of what would crystallize into a deeply rooted friendship sturdy in adversity. Their hands and minds did not rest on this laurel. Instead, they delved deeper, conceived more ambitious goals, and it did not take long for their relentless faith in possibilities to materialize the Apple II. Affectionately known as the father of personal computing, Woz's contribution to Apple and the industry is multidimensional. While his undying spirit resonated on ground in the form of hardware and design, the subterranean realms of software programming and optimization similarly saw empowering impacts. With his footsteps resonating in the hallways of Apple, he wasn't just following the norm, he was creating them, transcending the status quo and delivering solutions that the masses didn't realize they craved. Woz, however, didn't stop at merely being an indomitable part of Apple. His innate curiosity continued to fuel a man he was at the crossroads of invention and philanthropy. He encapsulated this in well-known ventures like CL9, a corporation dealing in software, in 1987. His relentless journey cascaded well into the realms of digital rights as he founded the Electronic Frontier Foundation in 1998, thoroughly digital affair, undertaken to preserve the intrinsic delicacy of these rights. Woz's love for his home state and the inhabitants of it shines evenly as bright as his love for technology. As a notable figure in the heart of San Jose, he's ceaselessly dedicated to propelling its arts and culture scene by funding and supporting local museums, galleries, and art groups. In thought and action, Woz has been a credit to himself and the society, a true corroboration of the stance that felicity and progress needn't be mutually divorced. He confirms the complex belief that wealth needn't be all about monetary endorsements, that societal welfare and technological gallantry can take precedence, and do for the better. Since his unceremonious yet intriguing apparent step backward from the company he helped build, Wozniak's life has only been more accentuated with philanthropy. He remains an honorable proponent of human rights, technology, and the all but necessary harmony between the two. With a heart traversing between technological intrinsics and societal good, Woz stands today, as he did then, a beacon for the lovers of technology and charm for the humans at large. He continues to remind us, with silent poignancy, that happiness and societal benefit rent just silently ornament the echelons of materialistic prowess. For those unfamiliar with the golden age of technology and computing, Eugenia Carson writes in his concise and factually rich biography of Wozniak titled Steve Wozniak, a wizard called Woz Wozniak's alone, gentle genius has no parallel anywhere since. And his seamless transition from a solitary gentle genius to a gentle genius for humanity comes to no one's surprise, for it were Wozniak, it remains Wozniak. As we revolve around Wozniak's life, we time travel, metaphorically speaking, from an ordinary man's life to that of an extraordinary man, encapsulating the hope of millions who refuse to relinquish their individuality to the percolating machine that status quo demands. In an interview with the Chronicle, Woz, very poignantly, underplayed his outsized place in the hapless pantheon of technology when he said, "It's not about being the best, it's about enjoying what you do and loving the work. And you'll continue to roll the dice, to just start. That's the real winner." Woz's wisdom transcends the boundaries of technology. It finds acceptance among individuals in every realm of human presence whose insatiable thirst for turning the table is asking the pursuit of unalloyed happiness. Wozniak has been a living, breathing testament to this. His life narrates a tale of refusal to succumb to societal norms, his love for technology and philanthropy intertwining seamlessly with his professional and personal lives reflecting in harmony. His faith in his own worth, his relentless pursuit for perfection and his nobility, transcends the cacophony of his technological achievements. Woz still completes the loop where he began, a wildly inventive dreamer then, and a persevering man of principles today. A beacon then, a lighthouse today. An unequivocal assertion for societal progress pushed forth by technology then, and equally evident today. As the pages of Woz's life continue to be written, the brimming stories are indeed a reflection, not of the man's grandeur, but simply, of the man himself, a fascinating individual who inspires, even in his quiet ways, us to aim high, to love deeply and to leave the world a little better than how we found it. Woz's are the kind of stories that reframe our narrative. They give us hope and realization that the power to change the course of destiny, of life, lied, scrawny as it might seem, within us. A man of many chapters, Woz's life tale reminds us that every grand leap starts with a daring step. Every revolution originates in a revolutionary mind. From those valleys of ciphering and soldering in the 60s to those high technological summits in the 70s, followed by the fruitful philanthropic ventures, Wozniak's life has been a blessing to the technological world and a beacon of hope to everyone aiming to revolutionize their world. His belief in sharing knowledge and information, quite similar to the very operating system of Apple, aiding numerous Apple enthusiasts worldwide, continuing to catapult the horizontal dispersions of his impact. As we turn each page, delve deeper, moments of boundless creation peculiarly resonate for the genius they involved and revered companionship of Jobs amongst those, bereft of whom the legacy, including those of Woz, would have been half drawn. Woz's life signifies not just the profoundly transformative powers of technology, but also the undulled influence of a principled approach to life, sturdily woven with the ceaseless pursuit of happiness and societal wellness. A highly intelligent man without airs, power, and uninhibited by fame, Woz's life outlines the inherently beautiful and timeless relationship between the propagation of knowledge, the spur of innovation, and the always soaring spirit of humanity. A hefty prominence on what we too often quash, our instinctual empathy and our fostering belief in the collective good, steered by an individual highly capable of empathizing with human dilemmas as much as with the struggles of a stacked-up software code. We come out of the journal of Wozniak's life encountering these clusters of wisdom, living proof of the fact that each one of us can and should make a difference. It unfalteringly confirms our deepest beliefs while challenging our self-imposed limitations, giving rise to a collective sense of accomplishment and shared progress. As we stand at the altar of Woz's life journey, it assiduously recalls our faith that every progress we make, every good we accomplish, recurs to keep the cycle moving forward ad infinitum. Woz's journey is no less than a technological tapestry, woven by the daunting yet incredibly beautiful art of challenging norms, by coupling his love for technology with philanthropy, by perpetual mechanism of making off something from nothing. Though his footsteps are embedded deep in Silicon Valley's soil, his teachings reverberate globally, staying an influential cornerstone of lives and learners for generations to come. As we leaf through the stacks of Woz's books, we come across significant life lessons and microscopic views into the sphere of human endeavor and technological avowal, an unflagging stride towards progress and human wellness, standing as tall as the man himself. The DNA of greatness embodies in the perseverance, noble values, and unmitigated ethical considerations. His consideration for collective growth, wealth, and progress gives the world a model that is sky high on principles, as it is on innovation. And please don't forget subscribe, comment, share and like so you can support the channel to growth up.